Is this bull market over? Short answer, no. But I get that it might feel like that if you bought the wrong coin at the wrong time. So I want to dive into the market to give a realistic update on what we are seeing right now. And if it's time to maybe consider that it's going to be over soon or that we are all panicking for nothing. If we have that under control, I think we're going to be completely fine with this. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video if you like the video. I will make a little less videos. I get that people like to tune in daily, like consistency, but sometimes there's just not much to talk about, right? So nevertheless, let's take a look what's going on right now. So, you know what's funny? News moves the chart in the short term really nicely. In the long term, however, it doesn't really matter, right? We got the ETF news right here, and people said, oh, thanks to the ETFs, we're going to go up. Then again, that was like just the bull market move, right? This was very predictable that in the halving year, we go up. Now, we also get some news, and that brought the chart down, and it brought the chart up again, the strategic reserve, and now the tariffs again. And I feel like, okay, short-term noise could cause a lot of panic and could be actually bad if you are leveraging in this market. A lot of bears got completely wrecked. A lot of bulls got completely wrecked. But the people that just buy and hold quality coins, they may not even know like that something happened actually. So let's take a look at that. Now, what's interesting is that how Bitcoin moves, right? We get these moments where we go sideways, sweep these lows, have a huge leg up, right? Here as well, sideways, sweep that low, huge leg up. Sideways, sweep the low, huge leg up. Sideways, sweep the low, and ready for the new leg up. Could be, right? Why do I think that this bull market isn't over? Couple reasons. First of all, timing. If you look when the market is topping out, end of 2013, end of 2021, end of 2017, we're now at beginning 2025. So time-wise, it doesn't really make sense. Narrative-wise, it also doesn't really make sense to me when you look at the news that we are getting right now for crypto. It's bigger and better than what it has ever been, actually. Also, when you look at sentiment and retail, right? That's not really saying that we're going to top out because the markets are not so easy. And a lot of people notice that right now. And they're especially not easy when it comes to giving you the feeling that it is over and that it's then over. Now, the market wants you to feel like it will never be over. And then it's over, right? Like that's how the market does. The market tops when retail has peak euphoria right here, the red line, right? Where all these people watching YouTube videos, etc., following people on Twitter, here as well, right? And that's where the market tops out. Now, the market is sitting at highs, but the retail is barely here. That only shows to me that once retail steps in, the market only goes higher from here, right? This is bullish. We can get this high with barely any retail there. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Now, that will come. But a new Bitcoin all-time high doesn't attract retail, right? It's the altcoins that attract retail. So to overlay Bitcoin right here, I hope this platform, shout out to Benjamin Cohen, but I hope this could ever change that it also overlays the altcoin market instead of just Bitcoin or Ethereum. Because we all know we don't care about Bitcoin, right? We're stubborn. We just miss out on a complete Bitcoin bull market and then complain about that we should have been in Bitcoin. That's how, like... So take that as a lesson for the next bull market. I said that on the channel since the beginning, basically like 75% of the time be in Bitcoin, right? And so far this whole cycle has been a Bitcoin cycle. Is that different though? No. But the timing is very bad, of course, for people who went into altcoins, you know, a little too soon or at the wrong prices. So yeah, that's another reason why I think that this bull market isn't over yet. And mostly also because the altcoin market wasn't running yet. Now, you can say whatever you want, like, yeah, there's going to be a Bitcoin only run. That's how people feel during the Bitcoin only run before it gets to an altcoin run. That's what happened last cycle. I remember that perfectly. And in 2017, there was a lot of bad sentiment about altcoins as well before they all went up really hard. Now, I want to look at a couple of things right here. Because you, again, might feel like, man, how can you say that this is not a bear market for altcoins, right? I know, I agree, Bitcoin is in a bull market going up really hard. Everybody can see that. But I can imagine that people feel like, hey, this is a bear market for altcoins. The kind of depends on how you define a bear market, right? If you look at the total altcoin market, it is going up. This is not really a bear market, right? However, if you look at altcoins, how they are doing against Bitcoin, they are going down at the moment. So altcoins on the Bitcoin pair are still in a bear market, definitely. That hasn't changed yet. But you can also say, like, hey, here they started to go down from January 2018, and the uptrend finally started in January 2021. It took 3 years, right? Now we started to go down in January 2022. It's now March 2025. 3 years and 2 months, close enough, right? So it's not, when we look at that, different or anything necessarily. And we still went into a fat alt season right here. So the people already ruling out alt season right now because the market is going down, it's maybe not the wisest thing to do because it now takes a month or 2 months longer or shorter or whatever. Remember, 4 years, like 48 months, it doesn't come down to the exact 48th month, right? Nevertheless, I get people. If you bought the wrong altcoins at the wrong time, then you are wrecked, right? And that's very easy because the market sentiment can change very, very, very fast. Very fast, right? We went into a moment, and let me get into a, let me get an example right here of a meme coin, right? We went into a moment where meme coins, for example, but a lot of other altcoins as well, did very well, right? They went up from, this one went from 5 cents on this chart to 20 cents right here, and everybody bullish about it. However, most people, unfortunately, don't buy it when it's low. They like to buy it when it's high. So the timing was off. Now, it happens to be that this was also the altcoin, which was the problem, right? Well, it's not just a bad timing, it's also a bad coin. And then people wrote it down with 95%. Yeah, if you write something down with 95%, I can imagine that it's hard for you to say to yourself, like, well, this is a nice bull market, right? Like, let's go. I get that definitely. Then again, you have to understand, is that because of the market, or is that because you bought something at the wrong time and the wrong coin? And that combination could be killing. Now, one of the things that was a problem this cycle were meme coins, right? I got a lot of shit on this channel for not being bullish on meme coins at the highs. Now they are down 95%. It's not that I said, like, guys, they are going to go down 95%, but it was pretty predictable that buying meme coins in the middle of the hype could not result in something good. And I was very vocal about that. And this is not just an example. If you look at a lock-in, however you pronounce it, whatever, right? Also down 94% right now. And even the better, more established meme coins like a Giga is now down 80%. If we look at the biggest meme coin on Base, which is one of the most best layer 2s in my opinion, down 84%. I know that the whole market is down a lot, right? But being down 85% or higher, some coins even 95%, that is really messed up if you bought that top right there. So yeah, I can imagine once again that you feel like this is not a bull market. Now, I do again want to take you back to one of the latest cycles to show you that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bear market. However, one piece of light at the end of the tunnel, in my opinion, is that if we look at Pump Fund right now, you can see that Pump Fund is launching a lot less tokens, right? This is a pure cancer to the space, in my opinion. Like, I am very happy for people if they go on Pump Fund, they make money by buying an altcoin early and they sell on accident at the top and they realize, I got lucky, nice, right? But the amount of scammers that's there, the immaturity that it brings to the space, the short attention span that it has, and the amount of people that are getting wrecked by this lottery is not what crypto was meant for. And now you can see that from going to creating 70,000 tokens daily, we went back to 20,000, right? Now, I don't know if this is going to be something where we had a boost, a dip, and then go up again. I honestly hope that this is going down forever, right? Because it adds nothing. You only making scammers happy. Why would we do that? Right? Why? Now, also funny, the amount of graduated tokens is decreasing like crazy as well. So you can also see that the ratio between tokens launched and the graduated tokens is lower right now. So there are fewer tokens, but these are scamming more, or at least failing, whatever you want to call it. So I think that this should just go, right? If you look at the total amount of tokens, now 90 or 39.5 million, 30 million are on Solana, right? Luckily, they are all dead. So it's not like, are they taking all the liquidity and therefore we have no alt run? Are you investing in these 30 million Solana tokens? I'm not, right? Like, they don't even exist anymore. You don't even know them, right? So that's not the problem. But I do honestly think that that's, well, no, it wasn't maybe completely holding it back, but it was definitely not helpful. Now, again, is the bull market over? Again, when we look at Bitcoin, it is pretty clear, I think, that it isn't, right? We spoke about Bitcoin having these Q1 post halving year corrections of here, 30% in 2017. It was 35%. So far, we saw the same correction of 28% so far. Now, is it because that's diminishing? Could be. Does it sound weird to me? I mean, 35, 31, 28, more liquidity in the space would completely make sense to me. However, I don't want to rule out that we can do something like the previous cycles and that we go down on average between 35 and 30, which is 32.5, right? If we do that, then Bitcoin can go to around $74,000, right? Is that possible? I think it's just as possible, right? Either way, that would be in line with the last two cycles, and that would not make this different or over or whatever. It would actually make the cycle more the same, right? Which is bullish because Bitcoin went up really hard after these corrections. So anything between here and let's say lower 70s, I am not concerned about it, right? So then Bitcoin is still in a bull market. Now, also, we looked at altcoins. Are they in a bull market? Yeah. The top 125 is excluding the top 10. If you want to gamble in the top 1,000 somewhere, fine. But then don't be surprised if you are down 90% because you don't get more reward without more risk, right? That's not how it works. Are altcoins on their Bitcoin pair in a bull market? Not yet. But let's be honest, they weren't supposed to be in this stage of the market yet, right? We talked about this quite a lot. They went into a bull market in March post-halving year and in January post-halving year. Now, again, we are in March post-halving year, right? So is it weird that we're still here? Not really, actually, right? Look, and even if it's April, whatever, there will be a month off with the first, like, that's not that weird. If we are still this low in November, I would say, okay, this is a little weird right now, but we are far from that. And as we can see right here, the markets can change very fast, right? We got this V shape. We went from alt season over, altcoins are dead to everybody who did believe was rich in a few weeks, right? Like that was crazy. So we know how fast it can change. Now, again, if you are in the wrong altcoins, you might feel like this is not a bull market. Let me show you something. Again, this is a coin from one of the higher cap top 10 coins from 2017, right? Not even just some shit coin or whatever. If we overlay Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin here was in a bull market, right? The purple line was going from, here it says 430 to like, well, 20K or so. As you can see, Bitcoin was going parabolic right here, right? Bitcoin was going up really, really hard. And it also had its moment where it cooled off a little bit. And what happened in the meantime with specifically this altcoin, it went down with 98%. Look, I get that if you, and that was in the post-halving year, right? Same as now, same where Bitcoin goes up, where like, and just down 98%, like it's nothing, same. Right? Only that this decline was way harder, of course. If you are in the middle of this, I get it. You're not going to say that it's a bull market. But it was. It was just the moment for Bitcoin. And altcoins went up later, right? It first went up really hard, went down really hard. But what did it do after that? It had a gain of like more than 12,000%, right? I think if I take it correctly, it was more like 15,000. But that can't happen if everybody here decides to hold and not sell, right? Everybody had to dump it, stop believing, right? Sell the lows in order to make such a gigantic pump possible in the first place. This is exactly what we are seeing right now, guys, right? We went down really hard. And then March 2017, February, March, post-halving year, we are sitting really low. And the sentiment is just fucking terrible, right? And maybe we are not even there yet. So purely like, you can say that the bull market is over. But based on everything that we are witnessing right now, it does show like, hey, this can all happen and the bull market isn't over, right? It doesn't have to be. Definitely not, right? So let's wait until the end of the year before we can draw conclusions, because I think it is now very dangerous to get out of crypto, actually. The market isn't that easy, right? It's not going to tell you like, hey, guys, we're going to go down. And you feel like, oh, nice, thanks. Let me get out. Ooh, that was great, right? And that the market is then fucking tanking like crazy. Was it ever supposed to be that easy? The market more makes you look like, hey, we're going to go in the bear market. And you feel like, oh, let me sell. And then, woohoo, you miss out. Right? If it was that easy, we will all be rich, right? But that's not how it works. So is the bull market over? In my opinion, I see not a single fucking sign, actually. Not one, right? Altcoins are, it sucks, again, but it's more that if you bought the wrong coin at the wrong time. And of course, let me be honest, if you bought basically any coin at the wrong time, you got wrecked, right? But there's a difference between buying a meme coin in the middle of the hype because everybody's calling you crazy for not buying meme coins and then going down 94%, or buying a utility coin which nobody believes in because, hey, utility run is dead, right? And that only went down with 55%, right? People were in the more quality coins, then they weren't down that bad. But that's the thing. A lot of people decided like, hey, I'm going to take a lot of fucking risk right now, right? And then it goes down. And then they complain like, why is it down so bad? I never said that that was possible with this high risk kind of stuff. So what I'm doing right now is I am buying a little bit right now, mostly ETH, because I said this before, but I think that Ethereum is now getting to a level where I feel like, man, the risk reward ratio on Ethereum is really good, even if it can go down even more. But, I think that Ethereum can do a 5x from this point. But yeah, going down another 80% for ETH, look like that's kind of the same ratio, right? Going to $300. I don't think that, right? So therefore, more upside than downside at this point, and that goes for a lot of quality altcoins. If you look at Near sitting low right now, if you're looking at Chainlink, it's sitting beautiful at the moment. ChainGPT a little more high risk, but also at beautiful low levels. Render is sitting there. CDFI or Prime is sitting there. CDFI is sitting there. For the people that feel like, I like Solana still, it's sitting at support right now, right? I personally look that last bounce that we had did show like, hey, if we bounce, Solana can still bounce, right? So that's good. If you want to buy Solana, then this is maybe a good place to stack up on it. Personally, not that super bullish on it, but AVAX sitting at low levels right now, they are sitting fantastically low. Right. And I do think that if Tau as well, by the way, I do think that there is a possibility that it all goes lower. Right. Of course. Right. Like, I'm not saying here like we should buy now because this is the bottom. I would never say that. Like, I think that the bottom for altcoins on the Bitcoin pair, there's a good chance that that's in. For the dollar pairs, I don't know, man. Again, it seems just as likely to me for Bitcoin that it's bottomed here with a 28% correction as that it goes to a 32% correction, for example. 32% correction would mean, though, that Bitcoin goes down another 12%. Right? Like, yeah, if Bitcoin goes down to 12%, well, altcoins so far are holding up pretty decently, but we also know that altcoins can go down 20% when Bitcoin goes down 12%, right? Yeah, if that happens, then you, for example, get an AVAX at $15 maybe, right? Yeah, it's great. Like, that's where you will be. This is the moment where you decide, like, am I going to be rich or not, right? The people who were in this as well, where AVAX ran all the way up from nothing basically to $60, right? And then it went all the way down to 10 to 9 even. Yeah, same as now. It went lower back then, right? But it could still be that we're going there, right? But there were two people. There were people that said like, "No, it's over. I'm out." And there were people that said like, "This is the opportunity. I'm in." And the people who took the opportunity, they were the ones, of course, that got rich from it, right? 16x on such a low risk coin, right? Yeah, and we're now, it feels like, I don't know, man, it feels like we are there again. So, yeah, no, I'm going to title it like, whatever is the bull market over. I think that's kind of the main topic of the video. And the answer, in my opinion, is, look, it's good, right? Maybe in a few months it turns out that it's good. But there is nothing showing yet that it is. Again, 2017 so far all over again. And maybe at some point it will deviate, but that point is not here yet, so we can't say, right? So now it's just a matter of like, there's a certain amount of chance that the bull market is going to continue. What is the upside if that happens, right? And the upside is just really good right now. Therefore, it would be unwise to not take that chance right now. So I want to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, yeah. I don't know. I'm still excited. Let me know what you think about all of this. It's hard. I am not saying that it isn't. But I do think that these are the opportunities that we need to get in order to make money, right? If you can buy low, then what do you want to sell high? Whatever. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Turn the bell notification on. See you all next time.